Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. Sitting at home or you in your car. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. 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 It's the Mack Man Morning Show.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Dessert Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035. Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Hello everyone, this is Melissa Shumpert with Melissa Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always you can shop online at melipifashion.com.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
Well, Grand Rising, good morning to each and every one of you. This is the Mack Man Morning Show, each and every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast right here on Mack Media 3 Productions, Hot Talk Radio and Television International, worldwide broadcasting network. And we like to welcome all of our listeners from wherever you are, whether you're in the 50 states here, or if you're around the world in various places, your homes, your businesses, no matter where you are. Thank you for allowing us to begin your day, at least here in the daytime, here where we are. This is the McMahon Show. We are grateful. We are so grateful to have this opportunity to come to you each and every day. And there's a sense of urgency that I have to talk about, and we're going to talk about it in a couple of seconds. Let me say good morning to our wonderful listeners and supporters everywhere, those that are in the bushes and those that are present. We'd like to say good morning to you, Deacon Alvin Moore, and your wonderful caregivers, Sharon and Anthony Reed. We'd like to say good morning to you all. I know you're getting ready to eat breakfast as you're listening to the show. To Diane Black and her wonderful father. Hey, good morning to all of you all. Diane, the fight is still on. The fight is still on. I text you. I don't know if you got it. I know you're a busy lady. But we got to really just stand together, folks. And there's a lot of things that are happening. Candle Dessert Lounge, all of you out, Jessica Starks, everybody, and all of those that are coming in. Good morning, Grand Rising. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to all of you all that having birthdays and so forth. Let me get to this. Let me say this. Um, there's a lot of shenanigans going on. There's a lot of garbage that's going on in the state of Mississippi with this election getting ready to happen. And we have a serious situation where there's infighting within the Democratic Party. I got a urgent call, and I did some. We're trying to do some damage control to a degree because there are people, you all, that are watching. They're watching the state of Mississippi. Diane, when you got that 96,000 votes, I'm going to say it again for everybody that didn't hear me, that Diane Black was running for Congress and got 96,000. No Democrat ever in the records that I saw here in this vicinity got that many votes. Not only that, she got more votes out of DeSoto County, Mississippi, and North Mississippi than Vice President Harris. Not to take anything away from my sister that ran for president. She had difficulties like all, but don't you all see what's going on? Hillary Clinton almost won, but for, if not for the support of the chauvinistic men, that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about this a little bit this morning because it's upsetting me and it's disturbing me how the chauvinistic attitude that men have. Now, brothers, I'm not saying let somebody roll over on you. I'm not trying to get in your relationship, your marriage, or your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. I'm not trying to get in your business. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I hear black men saying that black women are not fit for office, that they're going to run things and they running by their emotions. Well, God made them emotional. God made the woman emotional. That whatever she is or whoever she is, that's who God made. And that's what we have to deal with. First of all, Adam, I'm talking about that. God didn't go to Eve and say, Eve, where are you? He said, Adam, where you at? And let me tell you something. The call is still out there. Adam, where art thou? Where art thou? I know that things are difficult. They're even difficult for me. I'm not the person that people want you to be. You know, people always, they think that you're supposed to be in the office and have an office job and be so rich and have all these 8, 9 figures and this and that and the other. Black men have been thrown out of the range for so long. They made sure they tried their best to do everything that they could do to bring us down, to make us nothing, took us out of, as my memory would serve me, my father could not even come into the house or live in the house because they said, if y'all know anything about Claudine, that's what y'all ought to do, Google it and you'll see, get that free movie. It's real nice. The mother went out there and worked. The man worked too. He worked too. He was a garbage man. Y'all don't want no garbage man. You don't want no construction man. Folks don't want them types of people. It's hard for me. It is. It's difficult. It's difficult. But I'm going to bust my ass every day and get out here and do what I'm doing. I'm going to do it. I believe in what I'm doing. And I believe God is going to see me through, not doing anybody wrong, not doing anything wrong, but it's out here and I'm trained for it. Why can't I make it happen without obstacles and without situations that's going on? Now, that's not what I wanted to talk about, but I wanted to say the chauvinistical attitude that people got. Democratic Party, brothers and sisters, Mr. Congressman Thompson, all of y'all, somebody didn't want Kamala Harris to make it. Let's just look at that. Before we can even come to the problem, we got to know what's going on. Men, I'm talking about the brothers. Going against now here in Mississippi, we got a guy that, and I'll say it because it's true, he voted Republican in the last national election when the vice president was running. This man voted against her. Why? And then you turn around and you ask us, the Democrats, to vote, and they going in lockstep because why? Benny says so. 32 years you've been in Congress. The Delta is still raggedy. 32 years you've been there and nobody seemed, oh, is there an elite? Is there something, I go to some things and some functions and some things. And we got these bougie folks down, they just bougie and the rest of us is nothing. We beneath them. I know that a lot of us didn't. I didn't graduate college. I didn't go to your great universities, high school, institutes of high learning, as they say. I'm not a alpha. I ain't got no fraternity. Maybe that's what it is. We got to be in the clique, the elite. And we going down the toilet and they going to smoke cigars. Drink they drink, shake their ass. That's dancing, forgive me. We got an election, folks. We have an election. There are elections, primaries going on all over this country. We got a man in office that's trying his best to take Black America backwards. People of color, if you got an drop of colored blood in you, I'm talking about you. Now, they got mad. I tried to be decent. I am decent. I am a reporter, a broadcaster, I am. But this is commentary right now. I try my best to be as decent as possible, and I'm going to continue to be. But then there's sometimes that you got to look at things for what it's worth. We are in the month of March. We're getting ready to see what we're getting ready to send to Congress. We already got a problem with this guy up there. Now we're going to send people up to Congress that's not going to speak for us in this day and time. We're in a constitutional crisis. At any time, he could release martial law on this country. First of all, he's going to do it in Minnesota. He's distracting you, saying that he's going to mess with them folks in Iceland. Now he's got the whole world shook up. That means their newspapers and everything can talk about tariffs and money and everything and avoid this man being in the bed with the children, fooling with the kids, pedophile. We know that's what he is. That's what he's hiding. It's more to it than that, folks. And even what they're going to release, they're not going to release everything. They say they got tapes on this man doing some foul, nasty stuff. Not just with little girls, but anything that he had. It is a diabolical, the devil's workshop, spiritual wickedness in high places. Y'all can talk about the Bible all y'all want to. Y'all can talk about them preachers and everybody all you want to. But if you really get inside that Bible, it will let you know what the deal is. So that's why I don't get nervous. We just got to make the moves that we got to make to survive until that time comes. I'm not telling you to join the church. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm telling you where I stand. And it's coming to pass, folks, right before our eyes. Do you think the United States of America, as freaky and as nasty and as sleazy as this country is, Oh, yeah, there's some freaks up in this country. Y'all might know some of them. That they worry about a pedophile. Do you know how long this been going on? Since the days of Caesar. Foulness, nakedness, all kinds of. They had wild parties and everything back in the day. I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried who you. I'm concerned that the leader of this free world, they say, or as of this country, is a pedophile, liar, cheater, and a man that has committed treason right in front of our eyes. Go back to you, black man. Don't you know, black man, that if we did a tenth of what this man has done, they would have wiped us out. It's about white control. I'm not saying all white people are racist. No, ma'am. No, sir. Don't get me wrong. Because we gotta support those that support what's going on. And God got children everywhere. Yes, He do. And they're right, Stephanie Wiedemann. That's our sister in blood and everything else. Fighting in our community. Ain't no handkerchief head like the rest of the folks like that. There are people out there that are doing what they need to do. There's Priscilla Williams Teal. They talking so bad about this woman and so scared that this woman's going to get the seat. They got them guys down there in the Democratic Party. They threw a whole lot of wrenches. A whole lot of wrenches. We got to keep the Mack man out of Jackson, Mississippi by all costs. They knew that if I'd have showed up, Mack man gonna answer the right questions. He gonna say something. I was snubbed by these people at the Democratic National Convention in the city of Chicago. Good morning to everybody there in Chicago, my folks, and all them, and Miss Judge Hammer, and to Commissioner Belcher, and the committee woman Wiedemann, and all of you all that are up there, my dear friends, Miss Britton, Sherry Hatchett Britton is up there with the unique and the wonderful brothers and sisters of the Dalton Fire Department in Dalton, Illinois, the great village. I wanted to say good morning. But back to what I was saying. It's going to be the black woman that's going to pull us out of this situation. It was a black woman that told us, Mississippi, told us, in the place where they tell y'all that women, y'all stay in your place. Even black men that were slaves and yes, a boss and kissing the boss's feet will go home and lord over his family. And I'm talking about the evil ones, black ones, terrible fathers. They wasn't coming home like Leave It to Beaver. Oh, the black woman, what she took on her back. Y'all come on and help me out here. It ain't over, because when it's time to eat, Mama put some on the table. She didn't make no excuses, and I ate every day. When it was cold outside, we didn't have to worry about nothing because she took care of things. I want to be better. What can I do as a man to be better? And everything in this country they tried to do to the black man, they have done it. What you see is what they created. Made dysfunctional. Made you hate him in some ways. Now he's got to switch and twitch in order for you to recognize the see. The manhood. I'm not talking, you do what you want. I can't stop you. That's on you. You give an account for what you do. I'm not carrying a purse. I'm not putting no makeup on. I'm not putting no high heels on. That's not who I am. We got a young man that was lynched down here. They turned it off and said, we don't know. Trey Reed was lynched. And they keeping it quiet, folks. You ain't heard nothing else about it. On a college campus. They're down here scheming and doing all that they do. Oh, we got no money. The Democratic Party didn't send us any money. We got nothing. They gave nothing to black media. They gave nothing to independent media. But yet, still in all, they want to use us to get the word out. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we got a crisis here in Mississippi. I'm talking about Mississippi. I'm talking about we got one of them Fannie Lou Hamer crises down here, where the people of Mississippi are turning on. Don't you see what they're doing? Divide and conquer. You know, ain't no woman supposed to be over y'all, and this and that and the other. And you know what the Bible say? The Bible say woman supposed to sit down and shut up and not say anything. In religious, he ain't said nothing about her being a leader. Deborah was a leader. Moses' sister was a judge. So there's nothing wrong. They worked in government. They did what they had to do. There ain't no woman holds the Lord over no man, this and that and the other, and who to do. But then we let the white man lord over us. We cool, we slick, we got our hats cocked to the side. This my territory with your pants hanging down and your underwear showing. If you really knew where that tradition came from, maybe some, I don't know, maybe you'll find out. Well, we'll see. Hey, don't surprise me. There's some funny business going on. Look at our society today. And we got an opportunity to make some changes, and they throwing a monkey wrench in the state of Mississippi. Or they know that everybody on the news all the news media has been talking about what happened in North Mississippi when they took these seats up here, when they got together and rallied together. They got together and they made a difference. And then what? All eyes were on North Mississippi. I'm not taking nothing away from the coast or the mid, but something happened up here because they saw the dynamic of people come together at an off-year election, folks, and knock them off. It's about power and control. And they lost control. You know, when you got controlling people and they lose control, they lose their mind. White America looked at the census and saw that at 2030, they would be the minority. This is 2026. So within the next 4 years, they know that's around the world. Don't think Europe ain't into this either, and them Russians, and even got the Chinese looking. It's about power and control. When one sees that they don't have the power or the control, Mississippi, we got one Democratic congressman, and we the majority voters in this state. We got one Democratic congressman. Just so happened this is the party that we got to work with. We used to work with the Republicans back in the Lincoln days and the freed the slave days. The most Republican, they voted Republican until when Roosevelt came along. It kind of like shifted because there was some shifty stuff going on. They were Dixie, then they became Dixiecrats. The South was Democrats. It was all Democrats down. Storm Thurmond, all them old races and stuff. There was Democrats down there. Can you believe it now? The party that they had now, that we're voting in that party now, they left there and went to the Republican conservatives, made themselves conservative. I don't know where it came from, but it all deals with power and control. He says, let me do a litmus test in Minnesota. Let me try to see what I can do. He wasn't playing that in Chicago on the west side and the south side. You know what he'd have got. Can I get a witness, Chicago? He couldn't deal with them. He couldn't deal with them gangs out there and them brothers out there in Los Angeles. Oh, no. He knew he had problems. He wasn't going to go up in East LA. See, they realized that there are more guns on the street than they realize it. And then when they heard that the Black Panthers was getting ready to arm themselves in those places that they can arm themselves, now what you gonna do? You gonna say the Second Amendment is it's about control, people. They could have put him out of office yesterday. They could have sped it up yesterday and said, we impeaching him to get him out of there today. Take the impeachment certificates over to the Senate, approve it over there in the Senate, have them a trial or whatever. The evidence is out there. Ain't no argument about it. We want them out of there. We gonna give you, this is the time that you have to prove yourself. We're not dragging it out for no years or nothing like that. We're gonna put you up out of here. The Constitution get the powers there. The Supreme Court can't do nothing about an impeachment. So they can't do nothing. Clarence Thomas and his folk, and there's always a Negro in there. See, we got a Clarence Thomas here in Mississippi. There's a lot of Clarence Thomases in Mississippi, right in the Democratic Party. Mm-hmm. They go out there and talk and say they're a Democrat holding the Republicans' hands. I'm just going to tell the truth. This is our country, folks. We're at a point right now that if we don't exercise our right to vote, we're going to be in trouble. Not just in our brothers and sisters in Minnesota. And they shot that woman. They shot the white woman. Now they mad. If you keep, and them white folks keep dying, you'll see something. They don't do that. Now you done turned on your own folks. I'm just telling the truth because there's no more, they can't control the black community anymore. They tried to destroy it. When the Civil Rights Bill was passed, they tried their best to destroy it. They knew that we had the numbers. They said they had, remember the one baby rule in China? They said you can't have, it's too many of us. Our money is there. We don't need enough people right now. We got enough people. One baby. Now, he said, make all kind of babies. We need to keep they got to keep the population up. The population of the white community has gone down. But there's more people of color in this country. That's why they stopped the census. Because why? Them numbers was messing them up. There are more people of color. Not colored, different shades. They get nervous. That's why they go. Why do you think all of the tariffs and all of not the tariffs. Why do you think he's trying to get rid of certain people from certain countries? If you look at the list of people that he's sending back to their various countries come from African and Latin American countries. He ain't said nothing about an Arab, nothing about an Irishman, nothing about an Italian, nothing about a German, nothing about anybody that's of a Caucasian persuasion. And that's happening all over the world. Don't think it's not happening. The nucleus of what's happening today. If I take the Obamacare way, these are things that we holding on to. Food stamps. They got more. It's not just us. We got, think about it. Section 8. Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere where we can't make a decent wage or have an equal opportunity to make it like they are. Even in the media. CBS, NBC, all them networks, they bowing down to him. And the voices that are speaking, and when we bring you the news and information, it's not just saying Black Power, this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. It is a matter of survival. We do not have the country that we had 6, 7, 8 months ago, a year ago. No, let me say 2 years. Every federal department is gone crazy. Do you see the Department of Labor? They just put a lady in there. The Department of Labor that's supposed to be negotiating with companies and making sure that workplaces are well and that the child labor laws and that there are things that are in place. This lady is out doing her thing. He don't even meet with her because once she's a Hispanic woman, she may have flew a flag or a campaign for him and got the Hispanics. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw the Hispanics a bone and put her in the cabinet. Throw a bone to them. And you stay over there. We ain't doing nothing with the Labor Department. We trying to blow the world up. We ain't worried about labor. We ain't doing nothing because the jobs are going to the AI, the AIs and ICE and AI is making the money. And Bitcoin. Why did the stock market drop 700 points? Rich folks is nervous. The Dow dropped 700 points. He talking about green. He's distracting you. Because we know he know we know. Now, for those of you out there in the ether that has the technology skill, the technical skills, to you hackers and stuff, put it out there. If it was Obama, they'd have had it out there and sold it in bookstores. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to wake up and see and smell the coffee. Yeah, 700 points. 401ks are going. And we putting our trust in these people and look at what's happening. Now, let me get back to Mississippi, where the Stevens are at. We dealing with Stevens. That's the House Negro that's trying to keep us from getting a real seat at the table. Because when it's all over and the smoke and dust is gone, we need a seat at the table, Mississippi. And we just don't need one seat with Benny there. We need to get these congressional seats, all of them. We need to put a senator in office that speaks for all of Mississippi, not just for his particular interest or wanting to be a judge. They didn't give him the blue slip. So now he's going, now how you think you're going to win? We don't even know you. We don't even know you and you don't want to know us. You probably drive by in your mind, in whatever you riding in and just see the plight of what's going on in the Delta and you drive to your country club or the resort that you and your daddy got in Africa. I ain't going. I don't want to go. If it's not true, we told you, put it out there that it ain't true. That you voted Republican in the last national election against Kamala Harris. Because it wasn't nobody else. She was the nominee. On the Republican side, there was no challengers. It was Trump and Hyde Smith. No, and Wicker. Roger Wicker. They got mad at Todd Pickett because I don't know what was going on. I don't know what the infighting was going on. The man was the nominee, folks. We got more black voters. We got more Democratic voters in this state than any other state per capita. And we got one congressperson, and we got the majority in our hands, and we could at least get two. Whatever the master gives us, we'll accept. This is the Mack Man Morning Show. I'm going to stop hollering. And I ain't through yet, but I'll be back in a little bit. I'll holler back in a couple of seconds. It's right now 9:36 a.m. Hold on, I got some more.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing.
Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a Black Lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till.
That was my fault, folks. I'm gonna replay it, but let's roll.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know. Get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
I want to give you a programming note. We will be on this evening. I'm coming on this evening because I think our folks need to hear. So it's time for some double duty. And the Mac Man show, the evening show is coming on. I don't know what I'm gonna name. Y'all know who I am. I'm grateful. It just hit me just then. Man, you got to do something. This is what you got. It's all hands on deck, folks. We got to do something. We got to do something. We got to do something. And we got to get the word out, not just to the people, just to vote. It's not just about voting. It's about who we send to Congress. Truly. Because we can stop. This man he could have been stopped a long time ago. We got to bring and send people that's ready to get this man out of there so that we got to do something, folks. Because we all living here. We still here. We ain't going nowhere. We right here. Now, I ain't like there's a lot of entertainers that are changing their citizenship. This is where am I going? They trace their folks back to their certain islands, and I ain't got time. I trace my roots right back to Drew, Mississippi, and southwestern Georgia. That's where my father comes from. So, we got to get things in order, and I'm going to use this mechanism that God gave me, this show, to do exactly that. This broadcast communications network, I'm going to use it just for that. I have not made a profit financially from this wonderful business that I have called Mack Media 3 Productions. Not $1 have I grossed. Because everything that has come this way, I put it into making sure that we can come on there, not begging, not pleading, not doing all the tricks that everybody else does. I got my camera set up. I don't know. I might set my camera up for tonight. I don't know. I'm coming out with this here. I'm disturbed, folks, because if you look at your grandchildren and look at your children and your grandchildren, and you tell me what kind of world, what kind of society that they're going to live in, if they got to live in a society where there is going to be like they want it to be, how your kids going to survive? Their friends that they actually see, because we got some white people that we deal with and they go to school and everything, and we try, we socially get together and everything. But what if we go back to the days of segregation? That's where he really wants to take things, because if he can get away with constitutional violations right now, and I'm telling you right now, if he can get away with it, they can take away the civil rights bill, the voting rights bill. They'll stop us from. You remember what he said? He said, if you put me back in office, you won't have to vote again. And he mean it. He don't want there to be any elections because he wants to hold on to power. Now, he's half dead now. He's doing this for the future Nazis. and the future Ku Klux Klan. The new Ku Klux Klan is the ICE agents. You got a department in the United States government. I've never seen this. I've seen it in Gestapo tactics in Chicago when Mayor Daley told his folks shoot to kill and beat all the protesters and everything and locked them up like that was a third world country. So this ain't nothing new to me. ICE and them ain't nothing new. They did it back in the 1960s legally with the white police, with the police down there. And look who was the police down on there on the Edmund Pettus Bridge and everything. It wasn't no white folks there. It wasn't no black police. All of them was white. Power and control. It ain't our fight. Now they know they ain't gonna pick no fight. It's too many of us. They're outnumbered, and they know that's why they ain't been on the west side, south side, in the hood. They ain't been in the hood. It's some guns in the hood. I'm just telling the truth. They know it. Pookie and Ray them they ain't got them folks with it. We got guns too. Y'all don't want to say it. They don't want to tell the truth. There's nothing sophisticated about this, and our black elites that's sitting back. If you give, how much is the Negro in the window? Mm-hmm. How much are they? What they gonna give you? A car, a position, some money, power, and control. This is the Magman Morning Show. I didn't mean to go like that, but then again, this is we living in a crisis situation. And if you'd like to come on, give me some kind of indication. I gave Brother Lee the he should be coming. I don't know why, but that's he has some things going on. I'm concerned. I'm concerned because of the things that we see. I'm concerned because the life that we are, we're making the strides as a people, and right before our eyes, I'm watching. If they can kick your door down, as they did yesterday, if they can kick your door down and snatch you out your house, citizens, kick your door, no warrant, just kick your door in and drag you out in your underwear in the freezing cold, and you'll see listen. Well, who in your house is it? I don't know them people. Where you coming with in his underwear? Didn't even let the man put his pants on or coat or nothing else. They just drug the man out in his underwear. Yeah, they can shoot you. He said it. He gave them the idea. He said, I can stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and ain't nobody going to do anything about it. Well, he's showing you. Project 2025. They gave the playbook. If y'all got it, please read. You know why they say put something in the book and folks will ignore it. I believe that's true because if we'd have read, the plan ain't nothing new. He said this is how it's going to go. And the very people that wrote Project 2025, the book and the syllabus, they work in the White House right now, right beside him. Budget director and all these other people that's moving this money and messing with people. And he know what's in those files. So let's not be surprised. Let's just go ahead and say the man he's a pedophile. He's with the children. Mm-hmm. There ain't no secret. They always been them freaks and doing what they do. It's been happening. This ain't nothing new, folks. P. Diddy ain't nothing new. That kind of behavior ain't nothing. We shocked. We ain't shocked. He lied to them people. Now his base is mad because they saying something is right. You hoodwinked us. So it's a crap. Let them, they gonna destroy themselves. But folks, we need to be prepared to step up and do what we need to do. Get our seat at the table. It's the ones at the table. I believe before The Lord comes back to get his children. God gonna take care of us until that time, folks. We're gonna receive that they taken from us. Y'all don't believe. Don't talk about slavery. Don't talk about color. It ain't about that. I don't hate nobody. But ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that's what it is. We didn't pick this fight. They did. They got nervous. They said, we got to do something. It's too many of them. We can't control it. They read in their history. They know what we did to them. We been to what y'all did to us. We didn't turn on y'all. Ain't that something? When we found out what they did to us, why didn't we? They think that we gonna do to them what they did, that what they're doing to us. And that's what it is. This man is a racist. We know it. Even the people that work with Rubio and all the rest of them that's working for him told the senator over there, all them old folks over there told us he's a racist, bigot, such and so, and they working for him. Now he's the best thing since sliced bread. You can't tell me that the fix is on. That's why I'm so glad I was born in Chicago. You can't pull nothing over on me, Jack. You got to get me early to pull something over. And you know something? The Democratic Party is pulling the wool over people's eyes. At least here. They playing these games, buddy. They played this thing, boy. They playing this thing. They playing two ends against the middle. You'll turn around and say you're for us, and then you turn around and you'll stab each other in the back. Don't hug me. Because I know you got the knife in your hand, and the other hand I can't see. Sleight of hand. And some black preachers out there. You told people, don't vote for the woman. Woman ain't got no business over no man. You ain't doing nothing, you pimp. Yeah, I said it. You dress better, you look better than anybody in the congregation. I'm not talking about all of y'all. I'm just talking about the ones that know. This boy, that one boy, he owes $600,000 in taxes. Oh, let my wrong be my wrong. God is going to give you crook. You crook. You shyster. One other fellow said, you got 90 seconds to bring me $10,000 and God is going to make you a multimillionaire. He said, I got it. Why didn't he give it? And some idiot, a fool in his money will part, gave it. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, it's nothing new under the sun. Ecclesiastes tell us that it's nothing new under the sun. Same game, different day. Same game, different color. Same day, different characters. I say that because everybody that hollered Dr. King's name yesterday, there's some black people that did not like him, hated his guts. In the city of Chicago, when he came, the black church told him, we don't need you, because Mayor Daley had them in their pocket. Do you see what I'm saying? It's the same game, different calendar. We still fighting for the same thing on a different calendar. My God, today. And it only had 27, and Diane Black says this, and this is my show, y'all. Diane Black, you exactly right. Now you see what I've been talking about all along? If they'd have gave you a little more help, you have one of them Senate seats. They didn't want you to have it because they did what? Now, and it's gerrymandered. You right. District 1 in Mississippi is it's a gerrymandered district. It only has 27% black. That's all you need. That's what they telling us. I want you to hear me. I ain't playing no music. It ain't time to dance. It ain't time to twerk. It ain't time to live in your best life. You better put some of that money away. You better have something for another day because, baby, when it gets through, when this man, he ain't through yet. We ain't even got to the primaries. He's trying to make sure there is no election. And we sitting back, sipping our Zinfandels and doing our thing, living our best life. And the life that you living is getting ready to change. And so if they can run in white people's house and drag them out in their drawers, what do you think that who's next? They just trying to figure a way how to wrangle us. Cause we a bull, baby. We getting ready. We ain't going for we're lion. We'll tear their heads off. Panther. I ain't going to nobody. I wish they would try. You got grandbabies. Some of y'all got grandchildren that you look at them, baby. Can you imagine a whip on their back? They being in somebody's lap, being jumped on somebody's lap. That's what the slave master do. Don't think they wasn't pedophiles. Messing with all of it. They can do what they want. That's what they want again. Talking about y'all that taking your kids to football practice and soccer practice and you living that life, you living that suburban life. Baby, if you look anything like me, if you got any kind of color in you, you in trouble. Cause why? Divide and conquer. They even got new uniforms for the ICE agents. You know, they used to have green. Is the new ones that's coming out, they black with masks on. Ain't no more white sheets and hoods. It's black jumpsuits with black masks on. I'm in the shadows. I'm in the dark. You can't see me. They're going to use every tool necessary to try to get, and we didn't even start the fight. Mississippi, wake up. Diane, they hit you twice. You could have been the congresswoman from the 1st Congressional District. You had 96,000, but you was on them. And if they'd have gave you some support, you'd have been Congressman Black, Congresswoman Black. You forgave them. You ran for state senate. You damn near beat him. If you'd have had 300 more votes and a little more help, we'd have beat him. I ain't giving him another, don't give him another chance to sabotage you. If you want to serve the people of this county and where you live, watch the folks that you got around you. Because the town hall that we supposed to had in Mississippi for our candidates and inviting national candidates, they threw a curb into it, indivisible, threw a curb. I got the place for them. The place they wanted, they told them they couldn't have. If you get the place, we'll get the people. I got the place, they reneged. I was invited by an official of the Democratic Party to do media for the vice president's visit. And amongst other things that were going on, it was sabotage because they knew once the Mack man got on the scene, oh, it was going to be, I'm going to bring out the questions and give them and bring out and say and give the right questions. I'm going to ask the right question. I'm going to present it the right way. They didn't want me to get to Kamala Harris because I would have told her what was going on in Mississippi. They didn't want me to have no interview with that lady. They set it up. You got full access. Broadcast behind the scenes when the lady plane dropped. I got the emails. I had the discussions. It would have did great for us. They pulled the plug on it. So my little video show they talking about and the clip, see, and then they got y'all fooled. They listening. Oh, don't think they ain't listening. Especially I got this new network too. You better believe it. And they listening and they pay. I don't care if stream if YouTube or any other of these tubes don't count nothing. I don't care. I know I'm out there because you know what? I know the effects of my work. They knew that if the Mac Man Morning Show would have got down there with Kamala Harris and what I would have said and how I would, and I'm telling you, see, we're the hidden jewel of broadcasting, but we're coming out. You ain't seen nothing. I'm coming on this evening. I don't care. Y'all get ready. I don't care who 80. I will put it out there. And whoever want to come on, you come on. I want to hear what you got to say. Hmm. I got to set it up and get it taken care of. I'm about sick of this. I'm tired of this. Black people in behind the black men and women behind the scenes sabotaging people's campaigns. That's what they did to you, Diane. They sabotaged you. They smiled in your face and stabbed you in the back. And the person that I'm gonna just say the person that they got in some of these seats, or some of these people they got in these seats just as stupid. Ain't fit for it. I'm so grateful that Mr. Crosby got in there. And my brother Otis down there in Clarksdale, and brother Jackson. God, and congratulations to you too, Miss Isom. But you know, all I'm saying is, I know the folks that know me know what I'm talking about. They did it right in front of your face, Diane, right in front of our face. They did it in front of our face. 97,000 votes. Six. I gave her one too many. 96,000 votes. Ain't no, you ought to be I be getting with you. Who are you? Come campaign with me. I ain't heard nothing. The fix is in, folks, but it ain't on. This is a Magman Morning Show. I'll be back in a little bit. It's 9:58. I ain't going to stay on here all day. I got some work to do for our evening show, but I'll be right back after these messages. Y'all just hang on here. I'm going to play it again. It messed up before, but I'm going to play it again.
Fake Democrat, MAGA-loving wolf in sheep clothing. Scott Cologne. His mouth is moving, but he's a black lion Mississippi attorney. Yes, another Mississippi attorney endorsed by Congressman Benny Thompson. And he wants to distract you long enough for you to vote for him and send him to Washington, D.C. There's a real Democrat out there providing hope for Mississippi. And because she doesn't have a major endorsement or goes by the title attorney, she's considered the underdog. Priscilla Williams Till does not scratch where it doesn't itch, like her fake Democrat MAGA voting opponent, Scott Cologne. Remember Priscilla Williams Till in March at the polls. Priscilla Williams Till is fighting to rebuild Mississippi from the ground up, and she has never voted for a government shutdown where your EBT and food stamps will be affected like attorney Scott MAGA-loving Cologne has. Priscilla Williams Till campaign is built on a simple truth. When Mississippians are healthy, educated, and living in communities with clean water and strong infrastructure, our state thrives. Don't fall for the lies. Scott Cologne is fake. Priscilla Williams Till is the underdog, but she is the real Democrat in this race. Let's hear from Priscilla.
Voted in their primary and also registered as a Republican in there. So we know without a shadow of a doubt that Mr. Cologne should not be running in this Democratic election for the United States Senator. Registered as a Republican. If he knows that he should not have been running and he tried to trick the Democratic voters, then he should be held accountable for that.
I am Pam Ghostin, owner and creator of Candle Desserts Lounge, Mississippi's finest dessert and drink candles that are hand poured right here in DeSoto County. Our motto is dessert and drinks, 0 calories. We strive to create a vivid imagination of the delicious gourmet desserts and tropical drinks by offering a sweet and zesty vibe with an experience that ignites both your taste buds and sense of creativity. We also do candle making parties, whether it's for a private party, birthdays, anniversary, bachelor or bachelorette parties, business team building. We can do a party for any occasion. For more information, call 662-460-5035 Also, check out our website at candledessertlounge.bigcartel.com. If you're looking for those one-of-a-kind gifts, our candles are perfect for you.
Hello, everyone. This is Melissa Schumpert with Melody Fashion. Come out to our store location. We're waiting to pack those orders and see your smiley faces at 850 North Gloucester Street, Suite 3, Tupelo, Mississippi, 38804. And always, you can shop online at MelipiFashion.com.
Tune in to the Mack Man Morning Show.
Hold up. Man, this is one of the hottest talk radio shows this side of the Mississippi. We're talking about the Mack Man Morning Show, Mondays through Friday from 9 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. Man, get you some on WKRA 92.7 FM. Man, beat me there. Don't meet me there.
I want to thank WKRA 92.7 FM for our great relationship that we've had over the last 2 years. They had our distributor license, and we haven't had a chance to change the handle. We're not hating on nobody. Y'all still listen, and I like to say good morning to DW and all of those that are over there in Holly Springs, Mississippi, over there, WKRA. We like to say hey to all of them. Hot Talk Radio International and our international radio and television network. We like to welcome all of our listeners from all of our states here and across the country and around the world. There are other countries that have affiliates and affiliate stations, and we like to say welcome from the United States over here in the Central Time Zone. It is now 10:04, and we like to thank you, Hot Talk Radio and Television Network. We're getting ready to broaden our horizons. We're working and got a TikTok and an Instagram, and we're on Facebook. And also, yeah, there he is. We got a Macman, the Macman Show Facebook page. It's a page over there, I guess. Yeah. And on our YouTube channel, we'd like to thank all of you for your wonderful support that you have given to us. And we're just going to broaden our horizons. Thank everybody. I want to thank all of you for what you have done and how you have. Hello and good morning to the next committee person of Thornton Township. That's Stephanie Wiedemann, our dear friend in Thornton Township up there in the Southland in Illinois. I'd like to say good morning to the next judge of the 17th Subcircuit of Cook County in my old county up there in Cook County, and been endorsed by old Jason House, the mayor of Dalton, and many other endorsements, Miss Meredith Hamer, and she's on her way. Let us not forget our sisters across the border over there in Tennessee, over there, Miss Ford, Shalandria Ford is running, and to obtain again for re-election of Register of Deeds over in Shelby County over there in Memphis. We're just grateful for the friendship, and need we not forget about Priscilla Williams Teal, our candidate for the Democratic nomination for United States Senate. And it can happen. It can. Underdogs can make. We can make it happen, folks. In Mississippi, Jeff Hullum down there in on the coast. I'm going to put his. Even though, don't avoid, and I tell my friends, I tell them all the time, I say, let me explain. There's a difference between politics and media. Okay. I'm a media representative, and I'm a member of the press, and I'm not a sleazy journalist. And I'm just gonna put the facts out there. Like say good morning to Mike Magazine. Good morning to you, Miss Angela. All of you all that are on the front line. We gotta have grassroots people out here on the front lines, folks, doing what we got to do to help each other. Mississippi needs your help, folks. I'm coming on at 7 o'clock tonight, this evening, Central Standard Time. And right here on our channels, we'll be on tonight. I'm going to have a show on tonight. And it's a need. We got to come on and take the gloves off now, folks, and get busy. To all of our wonderful supporters and those of you that have inquired and are inquiring about ads and things like that, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's going to be a whole new thing that we're getting ready to do, and you ain't seen nothing yet. It's time now, folks. Now it's time to the rallying cry is out there. We're making the contacts and the people that are going to be on. We need independent media. We need independent media, folks. And if you find it in your heart that you'd like to support the Magman Morning Show, this is our mechanism that we do have Cash App. That's what we do have. They say you ain't got no business with this and that and the other. But you can go to MacMedia3 at Gmail. No, MacMedia3. There it is, $ MacMedia3. And we do need your help. We do need to do more. There is more. I'm grateful for all of you that support us and that listen each and every weekday morning. You've been listening, and I'm grateful. They say, well, James Mack, they said, and I'm going to see. I believe our brother Lee will be with us too. We got to have this discussion. I might bring Diane, because you know the things, you know what's been going on, and if you can avail yourself, anybody that wants to come on, Penelope, anybody else, I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what the people have to say. We got to do something. We're going to do everything that we can within what we do here. As Roland Martin told me, he said, "Keep at it, James." He said, "Keep at it." You know why I want to say this in my last couple of minutes? People will take you as a threat. What people don't understand, they don't like what they don't understand. Some people just they don't understand or what you're doing. This is more than civil rights, folks. This is survival. And we're not going down the toilet like these people are. They know they're going to prison. They know that treason charges are going to be, these people have committed treason against the United States of American citizens. So what they put on paper is what they're going to have to answer to. And I believe that they will. Tonight at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time this evening, the Magman Show will be back on. Our Magman Evening Show will be on. And we got something. And watch for the announcement. I'm going to put it out on everywhere. I'm going to put it out. And we'll be back here this evening for the evening round. Because we got work to do, people. There are things that are going on. They're trying, the less you find out about, the better for them. And I'm not going to let it happen, not on my watch. You're listening to the Magman Morning Show each and every weekday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on Mack Media, Mack Media 3 Productions, Hot Talk Radio and Television Network, WRFU, our affiliates up in Champaign, Illinois, Mika Light, and all of those listeners up at WRFU 104.5 FM. We want to thank all of you for giving us this opportunity to be here. I got some digging that I have to do and some work that I have to do, but let me leave you with this again. God is not going to leave his children, and he's not going to forsake us. We don't have to be jealous of nobody, because once he gets through blessing our brother and sister, we ain't got to worry about nothing. He's our Father. He got something for us too. I'll be back here at 7 p.m. right here on Mack Media 3, Mack Media 3 Productions, the Magman Show. We will be here tonight at 7. So we'll be tuned. Hopefully you'll tune in. I'll put the announcement out. Thank you for listening today, and have a great morning.
It's the Mack Man Morning Show. 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 Sitting at home and you're in your car. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. No matter if you get far. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. You better tune in quick or you might just miss. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. The best show this side of the sea. It's the Mack Man Morning Show. It's the Mack Man Morning Show.